Do you feel like you have a target on your back when it comes to high conflict people? Do you find that you attract the wrong types of people in your relationships and in your life that bring nothing but chaos? By the end of this video, you are going to know why they target you and have a science-backed strategy on managing these high conflict people to take back control of your own life. Hi, my name is Jennifer. I've been a leader in the medtech corporate sector for well over 20 years now, and I serve as a high conflict expert, coach, and consultant for high achievers, visionary entrepreneurs, and leaders like you who are in high stakes environments. I help ambitious professionals and businesses turn conflict into a competitive advantage to master high stakes leadership and drive sustainable success through systems-driven discipline. So if that sounds like something that you need, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell where I'm dropping game-changing and science-backed strategies right here, and you're not going to want to miss them. So why high conflict people target you? And let's look at how you can flip the script on them. Have you ever felt like maybe you just have this like neon sign over your head that says, high conflict people, come here? If you keep attracting drama, power struggles, or people who seem to just thrive on chaos, you are not alone. We've all been there, I think, in one way, shape, or form. But the good news is, it's not about you. It's about what the high conflict people look for when they are looking for someone to bring that on. And once you know their game, you can flip the script and take control of your life. So there's so much science behind all of this. And there's so much madness, right? It just seems like so crazy that people would even act like this. But studies show that about 15% of the population displays high conflict tendencies with traits such as extreme defensiveness, black and white thinking, so it's either one way or the other, and an inability to take responsibility for themselves. I know more than enough people like that. Maybe that number could be even greater than 15%. That's what I think. But these individuals just aren't just difficult, right? They're wired for conflict, often repeating the same patterns over many different relationships, across workplaces, and even in their social groups, right? So research from the National Institute of Mental Health suggests that narcissistic, borderline, and antisocial traits are more common among these high conflict individuals. And that makes them more prone to that manipulation, that blame shifting, and these emotional outbursts that really come with them. And guess what? They tend to be drawn to the empathetic, the conscientious, and the solution-focused people just like you. Yes, the ones who just want to keep the peace. So if you're that person, you're a target. I'm sorry to tell you that. But let's look at some ways and situations on why you are the target. If you're a high achiever, if you're a leader, or if you're someone who just values harmony, you may unknowingly attract these high conflict people. And here's a few reasons why. You're a problem solver, right? They love someone who will fix their chaos, their problems, and they'll just keep creating more to keep you engaged. They also look for somebody like you because you have a strong empathy. And this makes you really a prime target for their guilt trips, their blame games, and their emotional manipulation just in general. You're also disciplined and reliable. They see you as someone that can hold things together while they create dysfunction and chaos. And they play the victim all of the time. Sound familiar? And you don't like unnecessary conflict. Ironically, this makes you more likely to tolerate their behavior rather than to confront it head on, which sounds strange, right? Because if you're not a drama and chaos person, why do you put up with it, right? So let's look at how can we flip the script and how can we handle these high conflict people at a much better rate of speed, and also so that we're not so stressed out on our own. So we're going to want to spot the signs early if we can. So the more that we practice and study these techniques, the quicker that we can really read the room. So notice patterns of extreme blame, the endless drama, or that victim narrative. That's your cue to step back before ever getting involved and entangled. So even if you first meet somebody and they seem like they're the drama or the victim, queen or king, find your way to getting out of spending any time with them, because they will suck you in, I promise. Number 2 is stop over-explaining. These high conflict people, they thrive on making you doubt yourself. And I've been there. I've been in situations where I'm like, is it me? Maybe I'm not clear. Maybe I'm not empathetic enough. Nope. You're being a target. So set clear boundaries without justifying everything or seeking their approval. If you're an approval seeker, if you are somebody that needs that pat on the back, you need to get out of that mindset, because that's how you suck in these people. And number 3 is use the BIFF method, B-I-F-F. Bill Eddy, a conflict resolution expert, he recommends responding with brief, informative, friendly, and firm statements to really shut down the conflict loops and avoid unnecessary escalation. Number 4 is don't play their game. I know this is hard because when you get sucked in, you don't even realize you're playing the game, but you are. The moment that you stop feeding their emotional and drama fire, they'll look for a new target. And this means not reacting to their baiting tactics. So if you see it early and you see they're trying to bait you, kind of step away from them. Don't feed into their emotional fire. Tell them you have something else to do right now, that you can't address their needs. And in time, they will see that you're not their supply, so they need to find somebody else. Number 5 is prioritize your energy. These high conflict people are so draining, aren't they? And they drain your time, they drain your mental space, and your emotional well-being. So protect yours like a VIP event. Exclusive entry only to those you know, like, and trust in your life. So prioritize your energy and treat it like a boss. Number 6 is let's reframe the narrative. Instead of seeing them as someone you need to fix, you can't fix anyone but yourself. You just need to get that down in your brain, because when you try to fix somebody, it just can explode into a lot of negative things in your life. So instead of trying to fix them, recognize that their behavior is a pattern that they will repeat no matter what you do. So let go of that idea that you can change them. I know some people think even when they're getting married, their fiance or spouse to be, they're like, oh, once we're married, things are going to change. Well, things might change, but things might change for the worse. But people are who they are, and you can only give them advice, but you can't fix their lives. Only they can fix their lives. Just like you, no one can fix your life but you, and you making a decision to do that. And number 7 is surround yourself with the right people. The best way to repel those high conflict personalities is to cultivate relationships with people who respect you, which is most important. They respect your boundaries and they contribute to your life in a positive way. So you are what the 5 closest people are around you are. So if those 5 people are these dramatic, these high conflict people, you need to find new people in your life. I know how you feel. because these days, in this day and age, I feel like everybody's acting like a victim, and it's really hard to find people with their head on their shoulders these days. So I get it, but you need to try to find that. So take back control of your life. High conflict people, they don't pick their targets just randomly. They pick people who will engage. And the more you recognize their tactics, the less power they have. So the key here is to shift from a reactive to proactive. Rather than getting caught in their emotional storms, you set the tone for how you want to engage or how you don't want to engage with them. So it's up to you to decide. But when you see these different traits early, get away. This is your warning. So the next time drama comes knocking, ask yourself, do I really need to open this door? Because the best way to win against a high conflict person is to not play their game in the first place. So what's been your experience with high conflict personalities? Let me know in the comments. And let me know maybe some strategies that you've used to try to beat this high conflict person in their own game, because I'm always looking to add to my list to always be prepared. So, by the way, if you're looking to up your discipline game, download my free ebook, Discipline Made Simple, 5 proven steps to transform your life in the next 30 days. I'll put a link in the comments and the description below. So if you found this content valuable, please consider sharing, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video.